Good afternoon and welcome to Highland High School. It is a very blustery and windy afternoon here at Tyler Field in Highland. And we have a Six Rivers Conference matchup here this afternoon. The River Ridge Timberwolves taking on the Highland Cardinals in high school softball on Driftless Sports Network. Tyler Dictanis with you with the play-by-play. Both teams are at home plate, shaking hands and getting the instructions from the umpires, and we're set to get this game going in just a little bit. And I will do my best to keep things on track as the wind is blowing directly into my face and into the pod and might send me to Oz at the rate that this is going. So we'll do our best to bring this game to you as accurately as we possibly can. Let's set up the batting order for the River Ridge Timberwolves. They are the road team. They will be batting first. Batting first will be the center fielder, number 13, Josie Drone. Batting second, the catcher, number 18, Abby Doyle. Batting third, the first baseman, number 21, Elena Gage. Batting cleanup, the pitcher, number 2, Aaron Adrian. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 23, Keely Redman. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 3, Layla Gage. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 7, Macy Brinkman. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 9, Megan Brewer. And rounding out the batting order for the River Ridge Timberwolves will be the second baseman, number 4, Reese Moravitz. Again, the batting order for River Ridge: Drone, Doyle, Elena Gage, Adrian, Redman, Layla Gage, Brinkman, Brewer, Moravitz. And in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Hillary Hying, Faith Hoffman, and Ava Mitchick. And then from third to first, Brinley Ballant, Celia Olson, Marissa Biba, and Cora Healy-Doherty. Emily Laufenberg will be the catcher, and today's starting pitcher for the Highland Cardinals is number 1, Samarin Halverson, who's pitched 52 and a third innings, has a 1-2 record, has allowed 15 walks, struck out 32, has an ERA of 2.54 and a whip of 1.605. Those are the starting lineups for when River Ridge is at bat. Highland comes into the game with the record of 4-8. They are 3-6 in the Six Rivers Conference. And River Ridge comes in with a record of 10-4. And both teams go back to their respective dugouts, and we will get the action going in just a moment. Our game today brought to you by .08. Big flavor, zero alcohol, and nothing boring about it. Hit up Chelsea with .08 for your next event. Find them on Facebook and Instagram. Also sponsored by the Frugal Floozies, helping you find the best deals on everything from fashion to everyday essentials. If you love saving money and still looking great, they've got you covered. Check them out on Facebook. NG Coffee House is a cozy small-town cafe where caffeine, cliffhangers, and community meet. Grab a latte, find a seat, and fall into your next great story. NG Coffee House in Bloomington. Casco Kid Zone invites you to see Lanco at the Kewaunee County Fair. The fair this year is July 9th through the 12th. For more information, go to Kewaunee.com. The Highland defense takes the field. Laufenberg sets her position behind home plate, and Halverson will take her place in the pitcher's circle. Again, Josie Drone, Abby Doyle, and Elena Gage will lead things off for the River Ridge Timberwolves. Halverson will be dealing out today's first pitch. Sponsored by the Frugal Floozies, helping you find the latest deals to save you money. Again, it sounds like a wind tunnel because it is a wind tunnel here back behind home plate here in Highland. The upcoming schedule for both these teams after today: River Ridge will have back-to-back games against Judah Albany tomorrow and then Thursday at Judah Albany before finishing up the week Friday at New Glarus Monticello. Tomorrow, Highland has a doubleheader at Barneveld. They will host Belmont on Friday. We'll have that game right here on DSN. And then next Monday, they will be at Benton Schulzberg. Josie Drone steps up to the plate, has a batting average of .444, has a slugging percentage of .578, and an on-base percentage of .561, and the Frugal Floozies' first pitch is off the glove of the catcher, and we are off and running at 5:01 here at Highland High School. Next pitch to Drone. It's outside for a ball. And that pitch finds the strike zone. Swing and a miss, strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Josie Drone, the leadoff batter for River Ridge. Makes contact, and that will find its way into shallow left field for a base hit. Josie Drone gets a leadoff single. 1 on, nobody out in the top of the first inning. These two teams had a marathon game back on April 12th. Or excuse me, April 7th. River Ridge won 13-12. Faith Hoffman had a grand slam for Highland to lead things off as Abby Doyle shows bunt, and a attempted steal. The runner is safe. So River Ridge gets a runner in scoring position with nobody out in the top of the first. Next pitch by Halverson. This one lifted, and it will be Halverson. No, it loses it off the glove, but it was in foul territory. So we'll try the at-bat again for Abby Doyle. Abby Doyle on the season batting .520, slugging percentage of .720, on-base percentage of .571. Swing and a miss, strike two. Or excuse me, strike three. Batter's out. One away. Now that brings up Elena Gage, our first baseman for the River Ridge Timberwolves, batting left-handed. Makes solid contact, rips this one down the right field line, and that'll be at least a single. He's going to hold up at first, and that will bring in Josie Drone. And an RBI single for River Ridge. Makes our score 1-0. River Ridge on top of Highland with 1 out in the top of the first inning. Swing and a miss for Aaron Adrian. Aaron Adrian, the starting pitcher for River Ridge here today. Looks at the off-speed pitch, and that misses the strike zone for ball one. Keely Redmond in the on-deck circle for River Ridge. Lena Gage, the runner at first for the Wolves, and this one will be hooking foul down the left field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Elena Gage. Or to Aaron Adrian, excuse me. Aaron Adrian on the season batting .383, .723 slugging percentage. The pitch is going to be fouled off. We'll do it again. One, two. It's going to be a strikeout. And a stolen base for Elena Gage. So 2 strikeouts for Halverson, but a runner at second. And this one popped up to Halverson, and she will catch it for the final out of the inning. River Ridge scores 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. And through half an inning, it is River Ridge 1, Highland nothing. High school softball on DSN. And now it's time for the Highland Cardinals for their first at-bats of the game. And the batting order for the Cardinals goes like this. Batting first, the pitcher, number 1, Samarin Halverson. Batting second, the right fielder, number 21, Ava Mitchick. Batting third, playing third base, number 23, Brinley Ballant. Batting cleanup, the center fielder, number 10, Faith Hoffman. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 15, Celia Olson. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 30, Cora Healy-Doherty. Batting seventh, playing second base, number 22, Marissa Biba. Number 28, the left fielder, Hillary Hying. And rounding out the batting order for the Highland Cardinals, the catcher, number 9, Emily Laufenberg. In the batting order for Highland, Halverson, Mitchick, Ballant, Hoffman, Olson, Healy-Doherty, Biba, Hying, Laufenberg. It appears something hit the camera to make it out of focus, so we will try and correct that during our next stoppage. Now Samarin Halverson at the plate. Aaron Adrian delivers. The first pitch is a strike. The 0-1 pitch misses high for ball 1. Get to Aaron Adrian's pitching stats in just a second, and a swing and a miss, strike 2. Aaron Adrian in the circle has a record of 9-4, has an ERA of 2.76, as the 1-2 pitch misses high for ball 2. There's 2-2 from Adrian. And that is a called strike 3, a backwards K to open things up in the bottom of the first. Halverson strikes out looking, and that brings up the right fielder, number 21, Ava Mitchick. Mitchick batting .344 on the season, has to back away from the first pitch. It's ball 1. One pitch is in the dirt for ball 2. From Adrian, check swing, and she did go for a strike. Two balls, one strike to Ava Mitchick, the starting right fielder, again batting .344 on the season. And chops this one down the third base side, but it's going to be foul. We'll make the count 2-2 with 1 out in the bottom of the first. Mitchick also has an OPS of .917, 7 RBIs, 9 strikeouts, and 1 stolen base, and powers this one into left field, and that will be caught by Megan Brewer. 2 away, excuse me, in the bottom of the first inning. The defensive alignment for River Ridge in the outfield from left to right, it's Brewer, Drone, and Redmond. And then from third to first, Brinkman, Layla Gage, Moravitz, Elena Gage. Abby Doyle catching for the pitcher number 2, Aaron Adrian, and Adrian bowls this one across home plate for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Brinley Ballon at the plate, the starting third baseman, wears number 23, bats right-handed. Chops this one down the third base side. It's foul. If Ballon reaches base, Faith Hoffman will be in the on-deck circle. In the first matchup between these two, Highland scored 4 runs thanks to a Faith Hoffman grand slam. River Ridge had to score 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th to come away with the win. Another chop foul down the third base side. Count stays at 1-2 for Brinley Ballon. Brinley Ballon batting .485, has an OPS of 1.389. 7 RBIs, 4 strikeouts, and 6 stolen bases on the season. That one sails high for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on, bottom of the first inning. River Ridge 1, Highland nothing. And this one hooking, foul, and will go out of play. Count stays at 2-2. Blount making Aaron Adrian earn this final out in the first inning. Blount back in the box. The 2-2 from Adrian. Sails high. Count goes full. 3-2. The payoff. It's high for ball 4. Great patience at the plate by Brinley Ballon. Base on balls, runner at first for Highland, and now the cleanup hitter number 10, Faith Hoffman, comes up. Faith Hoffman batting .375, an OPS of 1.188. Aaron Adrian with the windup. This is outside for ball 1. Now it's inside, snap throw to first. Runner gets back in time. Two balls, no strikes to Faith Hoffman, number 4 hitter in the order for Highland. Runner at first, swinging and a miss for strike 1. This is going to be fouled over the Ridge dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out and 1 on in the bottom of the first. River Ridge with a 1-run lead. Highland looking for its first hit of the contest. Here's the 2-2. Sails high, count is full, 3-2. Payoff from Adrian, and this one popped up. Adrian right there, and she will close the glove on it to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base through 1 inning. River Ridge 1, Highland nothing. High school softball on DSN. I think we got the picture fixed on DSN. Thank you to Mrs. Sports Broadcaster Chelsea making me aware of it. River Ridge scored 1 run on 2 hits in the first inning. Now we head to the top of the second inning. Layla Gage, Macy Brinkman, and Megan Brewer due up. First pitch going to be fouled back over the backstop. Layla Gage looks at the pitch outside. Count goes to 1-1. Layla Gage batting .333 on the season, has that same percentage slugging. This one fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Layla Gage. Number 6 hitter in the order for River Ridge. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up. And that is a called strike 3. Third strikeout for Samarin Halverson, 1 away. In the top of the second inning, River Ridge still with a 1-run lead. Macy Brinkman at the dish. Looks at that pitch at eye level for ball 1. The 1-0. Fouls it off her shin. That looks like it hurt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Macy Brinkman batting .159 on the season. Ground ball and finds its way past the third baseman, Belant. And that'll be a single for Macy Brinkman. River Ridge's 3rd hit of the game. Runner at first with 1 out. Ridge with a 1-run lead. Now here comes Megan Brewer. Looks at the first pitch, clips the outer third for strike 1. Halverson with the windup. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Halverson again with 3 strikeouts. 2 swinging, 1 looking. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts. In inning 2. Runner at first. Reese Moravitz, the starting second baseman. Now at the plate, the number 9 hitter in the order for River Ridge. And the first pitch is a strike. Off-speed pitch finds the strike zone. Reese Moravitz batting .038 on the season, has an on-base percentage of .265 and lifts this one foul to make the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Halverson with the delivery. It's low, ball 1. Moravitz awaiting the delivery from Halverson. Golf swing, misses, ball gets away from the catcher. Throw to first is off the glove and the runner's safe. And now runners at the corners for River Ridge. So a throwing error puts runners at the corners for the Wolves. And we go back to the top of the order with Josie Drone had a single to lead things off, looks at the first pitch, and it's a strike. Wind up from Halverson. Low and inside for ball one. The 1-1. Contact made. Ground ball down the third base side. Count goes to 1-2. Macy Brinkman, the runner at third. Reese Moravitz, the runner at first. And Moravitz will steal second base, uncontested. Two runners in scoring position for Josie Drone. Trying to deliver with 2 outs in the top of the second. Looks at that pitch, and it's ball 4. So the bases are loaded for the Wolves. Abby Doyle struck out in her first plate appearance back in the first inning. See if she can come through. First pitch, contact made. Left field, it'll be high-ing. And they're going to say it's just foul. Just foul. Hard to tell because the umpire was directly in my line of sight down the left field line. Coach Winkers wanted that to be a fair ball. But the count is 0-1. If Doyle reaches base, Elena Gage is on deck. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Excuse me, strike 3, and that ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on base for River Ridge in the top half of the second. You go to the bottom of the second inning, River Ridge with a 1-run lead on the Highland Cardinals. Due up for Highland will be Celia Olson, Cora Healy-Doherty, and Marissa Biba. Our game today is sponsored by Pages and Parcels in Potosi. As we head into May, it's all about celebrating the women who show up every single day, whether that's moms, teachers, nurses, or someone who's made a difference in your life. With Mother's Day appreciation weeks and graduation season right around the corner, Pages and Parcels has the perfect gifts to help you say thank you in a meaningful way. Stop in and find something special for the people who matter most at Pages and Parcels in Potosi. Great Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stoko, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Great Regional Health Center, better health starts here. We're also brought to you by 806 Photography, specializing in youth and high school sports with nearly 20 years of experience. From game action to team photos, they capture the moments that matter for athletes, coaches, and families. Fielding team for River Ridge is set. Celia Olson coming up to the plate for the Cardinals. Olson batting .484 on the season, a 1.277 OPS. Swings and misses, try to catch up to that rise ball. Count is 0-1. One strikeout for Aaron Adrian so far in the game. That one's low and inside for ball 1. Adrian with the windup, and that one fouled back. One ball, 2 strikes as the 35-mile-an-hour wind gusts Really starting to make an impact here. The 1-2. That one lifted down the right field line, and it's just foul. The wind did not help Olsen that time. If there was no wind, that's a fair ball. One ball, two strikes to Celia Olsen, the leadoff batter for Highland in the bottom of the second. 1-2. Low and inside. 2-2 the count. The 2-2. Ground ball over to short. Layla Gage, throw to first in time for the out. Celia Olsen is retired 6-3. The law firm of Gage & Gage connecting on the putout. Cora Healy-Doherty, the starting first baseman, coming up to the dish. .323 batting average, a 1.10 OPS, 10 RBIs, 11 strikeouts, 2 stolen bases. Golf swings at the first pitch. Count is 0-1. Here, and Adrian winds up. And that pitch just missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on for Highland in the bottom of the second inning. Adrian delivers. That one sails high for ball 2. As gusty as this wind is, you'd feel like that we're in Patch Grove instead of Highland. The 2-1. That one's high. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to Cora Healy-Doherty. Marissa Biba on deck for Highland. Highland in the home white Adidas jerseys. Highland written across the chest in red with red pants. Swing and a miss. Count is full, 3-2. River Ridge all black. River Ridge written across the chest in purple with purple numbers and some white trim. Here's the payoff. This one fouled to the backstop. Count stays at 3-2. Three-two, swung on a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for Aaron Adrian. Marissa Biba coming up to the plate, starting second baseman. Adding 194 and OPS of 620. Lifts this one and it's going to hook out of play. Quick scoring update in the baseball game. River Ridge leading 6-0 on the Highland Cardinals in the field adjacent to us. The 0-1 just missed high for ball 1. The 1-1. That one's high for ball 2. 2-1 the count. 2 out, nobody on for the Highland Cardinals in the bottom of the second inning. This one chopped back to the pitcher. Adrian with the nice play. Throw to first is in time for the out. Ground out, strikeout, ground out. The Cardinals go down in order in the bottom of the second inning. And through 2, it's River Ridge 1, Highland nothing. High school softball on Driftless Sports Network. Pizza Ranch in Prairie du Chien is a family-friendly gathering spot that blends delicious, crave-worthy American comfort food with a heart for community. From savory creations like their famous chicken and classic sides to generous pizzas and seasonal specials, they serve meals that bring people together after the game, at team meals, and in celebrations. Whether you're feeling for a doubleheader or gathering with teammates and fans, Pizza Ranch in Prairie du Chien is proud to be part of the memories made on and off the field. The Wolves up to bat in the top of the third inning. They have a 1-run lead, 1 run on 3 hits. They've left 2 stranded. It is Abby Doyle, Elena Gage, and Aaron Adrian due up for the River Ridge Timberwolves. Had an error at the top of the second inning. I thought Josie Drone had reached base on a walk, but she actually was the last batter who struck out. So Doyle looking to make up for the strikeout that she had back in the first inning to lead things off in the top of the third. Solid contact made over to short. Celia Olsen able to retrieve it and throws to first in time. And Doyle's retired 6-3, 1 away. Elena Gage had the RBI single that put River Ridge on the board back in the first inning. Looks at the first pitch, down and away for ball 1. Gage, the lefty batter, waiting the pitch from Halverson. Off speed, finds the strike zone to make the count 1-1. Halverson winds up, delivers. This one lifted over to the third base side, foul territory, and it's going to go on a play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on, top of the third inning. Elena Gage at the plate, Aaron Adrian in the on-deck circle for River Ridge. NG Coffee House is a cozy small-town cafe where caffeine, cliffhangers, and community meet. Grab a latte, find a seat, and fall into your next great story. NG Coffee House in Bloomington. The 1-2 from Halverson. Sails high, make the count 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, count is full, 3-2. Payoff pitch from Halverson. Low and inside, or low and outside, excuse me, for ball 4. And River Ridge for the third straight inning has a runner on base. Aaron Adrian trying to make up for the strikeout she had back in the first inning. First pitch. High for ball 1. The 1-0, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on for River Ridge in the top of the third. Adrian pops this one up. It's going to go out of play. Hopefully it gets away from my pod. Count is 1-2. Also staring directly into the sun. And this one lifted foul again. Count is 1-2. Aaron Adrian at the plate. Keely Redmond on deck. Ridge with a 1-run lead and a runner at first. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Contact made, and that's going to be ripped foul down the third base side. Count stays at 2-2. Game brought to you by .08. Big flavor, zero alcohol, nothing boring about it. Hit up Chelsea with .08 for your next event. Find them on Facebook and Instagram. 2-2 count to Aaron Adrian at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike three. So a strikeout for the second out of the inning, but the runner does advance to second. So Elena Gage credited with the stolen base. Keely Redmond at the dish. Popped out to the pitcher in her last at bat. Looks at the first pitch for ball one. Keely Redmond, the starting right fielder for River Ridge. Golf swing attempt. Ball gets away from the catcher, but another stolen base for Gage. Elena Gage at third base. Her second stolen base of this inning. Keely Redmond trying to bring her home with 2 outs and a 1-1 count. Swings and misses. Count is 1-2. The 1-2, contact made. Popped up over to the first base side. And it's in and out of the glove of Cora Healy-Doherty. So Ridge is still alive in the top of the third. Bailed out by the drop by Cora Healy at first. Here's the 1-2. Contact made over to short, and it gets through the glove of Olsen. That will bring in Elena Gage on the RBI single from Keely Redmond. So River Ridge now up 2-0 in the top of the third. Layla Gage at the plate. Has to back away from that first pitch. Count is 1-0. Layla Gage struck out looking in her last at bat. Looks at the 1-0 pitch outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 on and 2 out in the top of the third. River Ridge with a 2-run lead. Helverson deals. It's low for ball 3. The 3-0. Low for ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk. So instead of the inning ending just a few moments ago, with Cora Healy-Doherty dropping the ball in foul territory, River Ridge not only scores, but they have 2 base runners with 2 outs in the top of the third. This will be chopped foul by Macy Brinkman. Brinkman had a single back in the second inning. Samarin Halverson with 5 strikeouts pitching for Highland. The 0-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 2 out. In the top of the third, River Ridge with a 2-run lead. The 0-2, solid contact made into center field. And that will be caught by Olsen, backing up, having just enough steps to close the glove on it. River Ridge gets 1 run across on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We're midway through the third inning. It's River Ridge 2, Highland nothing. The Cardinals are up to bat next. It'll be Hillary Hying, Emily Laufenberg, and Samarin Halverson, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Cardinals in the bottom of the third inning. Today's game is sponsored by the Frugal Floozies, helping you find the best deals on everything from fashion to everyday essentials. If you love saving money and still looking great, they've got you covered. Check them out on Facebook. Casco Kids Zone invites you to see Lanco at the Kewaunee County Fair. The fair is July 9th through the 12th. For more information, go to Kewaunee.com. Also, my Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Hillary Hying, the starting left fielder, will step into the box. Hying batting 103 on the season, has an OPS of 325, 3 RBIs, 16 strikeouts, 2 stolen bases. Adrian with the windup, and that pitch just misses outside for ball 1. Two strikeouts and one walk for Aaron Adrian, as the 1-0 pitch is low and inside for ball 2. The 2-0 swung on and missed. Had the right location, but swung just ahead of it. 2 balls, 1 strike to Hillary Hying. Adrian winds up for the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Nice fastball pitch there by Adrian. The 2-2. And a called strike 3. Third strikeout for Aaron Adrian. 1 away in the bottom of the third. Emily Laufenberg, the starting catcher for Highland, steps in. Laufenberg batting .250 on the season, an OPS of 627, 3 RBIs, 13 strikeouts, no stolen bases. And Laufenberg looks at the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. This one chopped over to short. Layla Gage with the play. Throw to first. It's high, but somehow snagged by Elena Gage. 6-3 ground out. 2 away. Back to the top of the order for the Highland Cardinals. Cardinals still looking for its first hit. Halverson struck out looking in her first at bat back in the first. Low and inside, ball 1. One pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. This will be grounded foul on the first base side. Foul ball makes the count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on for the Highland Cardinals in the bottom of the third. Ridge with a 2-run lead. Adrian with the windup. That one sails high. Count is 2-2. Two pitch Going to be popped up, back to the pitcher, and Adrian will close the glove on it. 3 up and 3 down for Highland at the bottom of the third. Strikeout, ground out, pop out. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We are through 3. At Highland High School, River Ridge leading 2-0 on our high school softball broadcast on Driftless Sports Network. Our game today sponsored by Pizza Ranch in Prairie du Chien, a family-friendly gathering spot that blends delicious, crave-worthy American comfort food with a heart for community. From savory creations like their famous chicken and classic sides to generous pizzas and seasonal specials, they serve meals that bring people together after the game, at team meals, and in celebrations. Whether you're feeling for a doubleheader or gathering with teammates and fans, Pizza Ranch in Prairie du Chien is proud to be part of the memories made on and off the field. Let's go to the top of the 4th inning. It'll be Megan Brewer, Reese Moravitz, and Josie Drone due up for the River Ridge Timberwolves. Samarin Halverson has 5 strikeouts pitching on the game for the Cardinals. Excuse me, 6 strikeouts. He's also given up 2 walks. Brewer, one of the strikeout victims, falls off the first pitch out of play. River Ridge scored 1 run on 2 hits in the first inning, then 1 run on 1 hit in the third. And this one popped up on the first base side, and Haley Doherty will close the glove on it in foul territory for the first out. One away. It'll be Reese Moravitz at the plate. Reached on an error back in the second inning. And this one will be popped out of play. Count is 0-1. River Ridge has won their last 2 games, and this one popped up over to second base, and it will be caught. Back-to-back pop-outs for 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Ridge coming off a 13-3 win over DeSoto. Previously a 15-0 win over Benton Schulzberg. Ridge had lost 4 straight games previous to that. Josie Drone back at the plate for River Ridge. Back to the top of the order. That one sails high for ball 1. One out from Halverson. That one's high for ball 2. Highland coming off a 1-run loss to Potosi Cassville back on the first. And won the 2 previous to that. And this one is going to hook foul along the left field line. Two balls, 1 strike with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Josie Jerome 1 for 2. Had a single in the first, struck out in the second. And this one lifted foul on the first base side, and it's going to go out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With 2 outs in the top of the 4th. That one's in the dirt. Ball 3. Count is full, 3-2. Gabby Doyle on deck for the Wolves. She's 0 for 2. 3-2. High for ball 4. A 2-out walk puts a base runner on for River Ridge in the top of the 4th. Gabby Doyle struck out in the first, grounded out 6-3 in the 3rd. Elena Gage on deck for River Ridge. 1 on, 2 outs, top of the 4th. Ridge with a 2-run lead. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Quick check on the baseball game. River Ridge leading 11-0 in the 4th over the Highland Cardinals. Again, that's in baseball. 0-1. This one popped up over to the first base side, and the wind nearly knocked that one out of the glove of Koa Doherty at first base. But it'll be a pop out, and River Ridge leaves 1 runner stranded. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Midway through the 4th inning, River Ridge 2, Highland nothing. High school softball on Driftless Sports Network. Our game brought to you by 806 Photography, specializing in youth and high school sports with nearly 20 years of experience. From game action to team photos, they capture the moments that matter for athletes, coaches, and families. Also by Pages and Parcels in Potosi. As we head into May, it's all about celebrating the women who show up every single day, whether that's moms, teachers, nurses, or someone who's made a difference in your life. With Mother's Day, Appreciation Weeks, and graduation season right around the corner, Pages and Parcels has the perfect gifts to help you say thank you in a meaningful way. Stop in and find something special for the people who matter most at Pages and Parcels in Potosi. Ava Mitchik, Brinley Belant, and Faith Hoffman due up for the Highland Cardinals as we begin the bottom of the 4th inning. It's a good one so far here from Highland High School. Very windy and bright. Eva Mitchik flew out to left field in her first at bat back in the 1st inning. Looks at the first pitch. It's high for ball 1. The 1-0 from Adrian. This one popped up on the 3rd base side and will be caught running into the fence by Brinkman. Brinkman doing a good job finding that one and closing the glove on it. Foul territory, 1 away. Belan at the dish. Looks at the first pitch high and away for ball 1. Brinley Belan back in the 1st inning was walked. She was the only Cardinal to reach base so far in the game. And that one just misses the strike zone. 2-0 the count. Blonde pops this one over to the first base side. Elena Gage calls everyone off, and she'll get the pop out for the 2nd out of the inning. Two away. Faith Hoffman popped out to Aaron Adrian back in the 1st inning, and the first pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. River Ridge so far has not allowed a hit in this game, and the only base runner that reached base was Brinley Belan on a walk back in the 1st. And Hoffman looks at the pitch that catches the outer third of the strike zone to make the count 1-1 strike. 1-1 count, 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. River Ridge with a 2-run lead. Adrian winds up and deals. In the dirt for ball 2. Beethoven looks at that one eye level upstairs for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. The 3-1 catches the inner third of the strike zone to make the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Cleanup hitter at the plate for the Highland Cardinals. Payout from Adrian. Fouled off down the first base side. We'll do it again. Iowa Grant defeats Cuba City in baseball 11-1. The 3-2 popped up. And it's back behind home plate, and it'll be Doyle catching it in foul territory. Pop out, pop out, pop out. Cardinals go down in order in the bottom of the fourth inning. We head to the fifth. River Ridge leading 2-0 on our high school softball broadcast on Driftless Sports Network. Our game sponsored by .08. Big flavor, zero alcohol, nothing boring about it. Hit up Chelsea with .08 for your next event. Find her on Facebook and Instagram. And by the Frugal Floozies, helping you find the best deals on everything from fashion to everyday essentials. If you love saving money and still looking great, they've got you covered. Check them out on Facebook. NG Coffee House is a cozy small-town cafe where caffeine, cliffhangers, and community meet. Grab a latte, find a seat, and fall into your next great story. NG Coffee House in Bloomington. Elena Gage, Aaron Adrian, and Keely Redmond will lead things off in the top of the fifth. River Ridge has 2 runs on 4 hits heading into the top half of the fifth inning. Ridge has had a base runner in every inning so far today. Gage had an RBI single in the first and was walked and scored in the third. And the first pitch is a ball. Gage looks at that one eye level. Count is 2-0. That one's high for ball 3. Overson can't find the strike zone for Highland. And that one's high for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk leads things off for River Ridge in the top half of the fifth. Final score in baseball, Mineral Point shuts out Boscobel 10-0. 15-0 the score in the River Ridge Highland baseball game. To my left, they're in the fourth inning. Here, and Adrian fouls off the first pitch. She's struck out twice so far today. And this one hit into left field, and Hillary Hying will make the catch. 1 away. Keely Redmond at the dish. Popped out in the first inning, had an RBI single in the third. Makes solid contact, and that one's going to be over the head of Hying in left field. It'll be at least a single. She runs to second, run around in third, and Gage will score. An RBI double for Keely Redmond. Makes it River Ridge 3, Highland nothing in the top of the 5th. Layla Gage at the plate. Looks at the first pitch, eye level for ball 1. Layla Gage struck out in the second, was walked in the third. Contact made, and it's going to hook foul out of play down the first base side. And the wind is picking up again. And the 1-1 finds the inner third of the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 on, 1 out. Top of the 5th. River Ridge out to a 3-run lead. One run on 1 hit so far. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher. Throw to first. And the runner's out. And that will move Redmond to third base for River Ridge. So a strikeout for Layla Gage. Macy Brinkman at the plate, singled in the second, popped out in the third. Looks at the first pitch, it's low for ball 1. Seventh strikeout for Halverson. As Macy Brinkman tried to golf swing at that one, but missed. Count is 1-1. This will be chopped foul down the third base side. Count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner at third for River Ridge. Keely Redmond, the base runner. Macy Brinkman at the plate. And chops this one foul to keep the count at 1-2. Megan Brewer in the on-deck circle for River Ridge. The 1-2 from Halverson. Contact made, and Celia Olsen has to jump and make the catch at short. But that will be the third out of the inning. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. River Ridge leading 3-0 on the Highland Cardinals. Cardinals up to bat next in the bottom of the 5th. High school softball on DSN is brought to you by Pages and Parcels in Potosi. As we head into May, it's all about celebrating the women who show up every single day, whether that's moms, teachers, nurses, or someone who's made a difference in your life. With Mother's Day appreciation weeks and graduation season right around the corner, Pages and Parcels has the perfect gifts to help you say thank you in a meaningful way. Stop in and find something special for the people who matter most at Pages and Parcels in Potosi. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. And by 806 Photography, specializing in youth and high school sports with nearly 20 years of experience. From game action to team photos, they capture the moments that matter for athletes, coaches, and families. River Ridge 3 runs on 5 hits. Highland no runs, no hits on the game to this point. Aaron Adrian has a no-hitter. It will be Celia Olsen, Cora Healy-Doherty, and Marissa Biba due up for the Highland Cardinals. Bottom of the 5th, Adrian deals the first pitch, swung on a miss for strike 1. Celia Olsen grounded out 6-3 to lead off the top of the second. Or bottom of the second, excuse me. And pops this one over the backstop and out of play. (16-0) the score in the baseball game. River Ridge all over the Highland Cardinals in baseball. 3-0 the score here. And that one's high for ball one. 1-2 strikes to Celia Olson. The 1-2. Contact made into right field. And that will drop for the first hit of the game for Highland. Runner around second. And the throw to third. It'll be a leadoff triple for Celia Olson. So the no-hitter is gone for Aaron Adrian. Corey Doherty coming up to the plate, struck out in the second inning. Celia Olson standing at third and lifts this one foul over the backstop. Count is 0-1. The 0-1 finds the strike zone to make the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 on, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th. Ridge leading 3-0, but Highland with a runner in scoring position. That one sails high, gets away from the glove of the catcher Doyle, but Celia Olson holds up at third. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Missed inside. Ball 2. Wind's starting to pick up again. The wind feels nice when it's not blowing sand in your face. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Fourth strikeout for Aaron Adrian. Marissa Biba grounded out 1-3 back in the second inning. 1 on and 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Ridge with a 3-run lead. First pitch, down and away for ball 1. And time called as a baseball made its way onto the softball field. The 1-0 in the dirt for ball 2. Two-0 count, sails high, ball 3. All of a sudden, Aaron Adrian having some hard time with the command now. 3 balls, no strikes. 1 out and 1 on. The 3-0. That one's in the strike zone. Right down Broadway. 3-1 the count. Marissa Biba at the plate. Hillary Hying on deck. Celia Olson the runner at third for Highland. 3-1. Going to be chopped foul. And just like that, the count is full. Foul pitch. Grounder and will find its way to short. Celia Olson caught a run down. The ball gets away, and a run comes in for Highland. It'll be an error on Layla Gage. Runner at second base, and Coach Wade Winker's going to call in his infield to talk things over. So 1 on and 1 out. Highland on the scoreboard. Ridge still leading 3-1. 1 run on 1 hit. 1 error so far in the inning for River Ridge. Casco Kid Zone invites you to see Lanco at the Kewaunee County Fair. For more details, go to Kewaunee.com. Hillary Hying at the plate, struck out looking in her only plate appearance back in the third. Shows bunt. This one popped up, and Doyle unable to get to it in time. Tried to make a basket catch, but the ball just out of her reach. Count is 0-1. Marissa Biba, the runner at second for the Highland Cardinals. Hillary Hying at the plate. Emily Laufenberg on deck. Shows bunt again. That one sails high for ball 1. The 1-1. Drops the bunt down the third base side. Brinkman with the play. Throw to first. In time. The sacrifice bunt moves the runner to third. Emily Laufenberg, she grounded out 6-3 back in the third inning. Now opting to wear a hooded quarter zip. Looks at the first pitch, and it's a strike. The 0-1, a defensive chopper throw to first in time for the out. Highland gets on the scoreboard. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. We head to the top of the 6th. River Ridge 3, Highland 1. 6 Rivers Softball on Driftless Sports Network. River Ridge leading things off in the top half of the 6th inning. It'll be Megan Brewer, Reese Moravitz, and Josie Drone, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up. In the baseball game, it's 16-0 River Ridge on top of the Highland Cardinals. Other action we can tell you about: Ridge and Valley baseball, DeSoto leading Ithaca 10-4. Softball, Belmont leading Argyle 6-0. Cuba City leading Riverdale in softball 14-9. High-scoring affair in that contest. Potosi Cassville leading Judah Albany 1-0. Barneveld leading Benton Schulzberg 21-3 in softball right now. Top of the 6th inning, Megan Brewer struck out in the 2nd, popped out in the 4th. Brewer looks at that one high and away for ball 1. One-0 pitch misses high for ball 2. Samarin Halverson has 7 strikeouts pitched for the Highland Cardinals. And this will be lifted foul out of play. Count goes to 2-1. We'll have a baseball game tomorrow on DSN. We'll have River Ridge taking on Seneca in non-conference action. That one will be in Patch Grove, and then I'll be back here in Highland on Friday for the Cardinals matchup against the Belmont Braves. 2-1 pitches in the dirt to make the count 3 balls, 1 strike. Make sure to scan the QR code on the screen on the lower right corner You can vote for today's MVP of the game. Also find ways to support all of our sponsors. The 3-1 pitch misses high for ball 4. Megan Brewer reaches base on a leadoff walk. River Ridge has had a base runner in every inning of this game. Reese Moravitz reached on an error in the second, popped out in the fourth. Stands in the box, awaits the pitch from Halverson. That pitch is high for ball 1. Moravitz showed bunt. Brewer looking to take off. The 1-0. Slow roller on the first base side, and the throw to first is in time. A sack bunt moves Megan Brewer in scoring position. 1 away. Let's go back to the top of the order with Josie Drone. Singled in the first, struck out in the second, was walked in the fourth. And a baseball finds its way into the softball field down the left field line. Pitch is high for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch sails high for ball 2. 2 balls to no strikes, 1 on, 1 out, top of the 6th. 3-1 ball game, River Ridge in front. And that one catches the strike zone. 2-1 the count. The 2-1. Just missed. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 on, 1 out. Josie Drun, the number 1 hitter in the order for River Ridge at the plate. And that one clips the outer third to make the count full. 3-2. The payoff from Halverson swung on and missed for strike 3. 2 away. Josie Drun strikes out for the second time of the game. 8th strikeout pitch by Halverson. Abby Doyle at the dish, struck out in the first, grounded out 6-3, popped out in the fourth. First pitch is low for ball 1. Megan Brewer, the runner at second base for River Ridge. Abby Doyle at the plate, Elena Gage on deck. And this one hit right at the third baseman as Bellant, off the heel of her glove. We're going to call that an infield single. That's a tough play to make by Bellant over at third base. So an infield single extends the inning for River Ridge. Runners at the corners. And Elena Gage pops this one up. And it's going to be in foul territory, and Bellant will make the catch in foul territory to end the inning. Ridge leaves 2 stranded. No runs. 1 hit. No errors, and 2 left on base. We're midway through the 6th inning. And it's River Ridge 3, Highland 1. Heading into the bottom of the 6th inning. High school softball on DSN, brought to you by Pizza Ranch and Prairie du Chien, a family-friendly gathering spot that blends delicious, crave-worthy American comfort food with a heart for community. From savory creations like their famous chicken and classic sides to generous pizzas and seasonal specials, they serve meals that bring people together after the game at team meals and in celebrations. Whether you're feeling up for a doubleheader or gathering with teammates and fans, Pizza Ranch in Prairie du Chien is proud to support the memories made on and off the field. Thank you to Steve Prestigard for these scoring updates. DeSoto over Ithaca 10-4. In baseball, Mineral Point over Basketball 10-0. Softball, Iowa Grant over Darlington 15-4. Softball, Mineral Point over Southwestern 19-0. And in baseball, Iowa Grant 11, Cuba City 1. Steve Prestigard will have the full rundown of the scores from Southwest Wisconsin on Queen Bee Radio, your favorite Queen Bee radio station, including 97.7 Country WGLR, X1071, Super Hits 106, and ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL. Samarin Halverson, Ava Mitchik, and Brinley Blunt due up for the Cardinals in the top of the 6th. And Halverson rips this one foul down the first base side, out of play. Halverson struck out in the first, popped out in the third. Highland has scored 1 run on 1 hit. The 0-1. This one lifted foul over the backstop to make the count 0-2. Halverson stands in with an 0-2 count. Aaron Adrian set to deliver. Here's the 0-2. This one hit lined over to first base. Elena Gage off her glove. And Samarin Halverson trips as she stands on first base. And they're going to say, all of a sudden, Halverson is now at second. And Coach Wade Winkers wants an explanation. Yeah, I couldn't see what the scoring was on that. But Samarin Halverson is the runner at second base. As things stand right now, we'll see if that ruling holds, as both umpires are standing at the 9 o'clock position outside of the pitcher's circle. And it appears that ruling will stay. And I looked away for a brief moment, so I couldn't tell exactly what the ruling was, but a runner at second for Highland with no outs in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch is high for ball 1. The 1-0. That one down the middle for strike 1. Shows bunt, and that will be foul. Brinkman tried to chase it from the third base side, make a basket catch in play, but then the ball bounced foul. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ava Mitchik. Flew out to left field in the first inning, popped out to third in the 4th inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fifth strikeout for Aaron Adrian. 1 away with 1 on in the bottom of the 6th. Rinley Ballon at the dish. That went high and away for ball one. One-oh pitched. Chopper over to short. Layla Gage throw to first in time for the out. Fielder's choice, 6-3. Samarin Halverson is the runner at third. Faith Hoffman at the plate. And Hoffman rips this one down the right field line, and it's going to be caught on the run by Keely Redmond. Highland leaves a runner stranded. No runs, no hits, one error, and one left on base. At the end of 6, it's River Ridge 3, Highland nothing. High school softball on DSN. Some more updates courtesy of Steve Prestegard. Softball Cuba City 14, Riverdale 11. And Kickapoo over North Crawford 15-4. As I am battling the wind now. I'm in my hut and the wind nearly blew the table and me over. Helena Gage, Aaron Adrian leading off, and this will be foul. Aaron Adrian, Keely Redmond, and Layla Gage lead off the top of the 7th. Aaron Adrian struck out in the first, struck out in the third, flew out to left field in the 5th. The 0-1. This one lifted foul, and it's going to go over the backstop and out of play. Count is 0-2. Count. This one hit to deep left field. Hying trying to chase it down, and it's going to hook foul. Count stays at 0-2. Adrian grounds this one over to short. It's through the glove of Celia Olson, and it will be a single for Aaron Adrian. One on, nobody out in the top of the 7th. Keely Redmond at the plate. Had an RBI single in the 3rd, RBI double in the 5th. Pops this one up to the left field, and Hillary Hying will catch it just inside the foul line for the first out. Layla Gage will come up to the plate. Struck out looking in the 2nd, was walked in the 3rd, struck out swinging in the 5th. Looking for her first hit of the game. Looks at the first pitch. Clips the outer third for strike one. Wheeler Gage with a practice swing. Now in the box. The 0-1 from Halverson. This one lifted, and it's going to hook foul down the left field line. Now it goes to 0-2. It appears the final score in the baseball game, 16-0. River Ridge on top of the Belmont Braves. We'll see River Ridge tomorrow on DSN. In baseball, as they take on the Seneca Royals. The 0-2, high at eye level for ball one. Aaron Adrian steals second base. And this is grounded over to short. Celia Olson closes the glove, throw to first in time for the out. Fielder's choice for the second out of the inning. Now Macy Brinkman singled in the second. Popped out to short in the third, lined out to short in the fifth. Sails high, ball one. The 1-0. Solid contact made. It's going to hook foul and off the fence down the left field line. 1-1 strike. If Macy Brinkman reaches base, Megan Brewer's on deck for the River Ridge Timberwolves. Trying to pad this 3-1 lead. They have a runner at third. Swing and a miss, strike two. Macy Brinkman stands in. Here's the 1-2 from Halverson. And that's going to be fouled off to keep the count at 1-2. The 1-2 to Brinkman. She fouls it over the backstop. Count stays at 1-2. Good job by Macy Brinkman to protect the plate. Making Samarin Halverson earn a potential strikeout. This would be her 9th of the game if she's able to get it here. That one's in the dirt for ball two. Final update in softball. Barneveld 22, Benton Schulzberg 3. That pitch is in the dirt and a great stop there by Emily Laufenberg to keep the ball in front of her. Count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at third for River Ridge. Payoff pitch, low for ball 4. Runners at the corners for River Ridge with 2 outs. And now the ball gets away and a run will come in. Cardinals were caught napping, I think. No. It's the end of the inning. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Last chance for the Highland Cardinals. River Ridge 3, Highland 1. So Aaron Adrian warming up. It'll be Celia Olson, Corhealy Doherty, and Marissa Biba due up for the Cardinals. And actually, they do say that one run came across in the 7th, so it's River Ridge 4, Highland 1. And the first pitch is going to be fouled off. This will be grounded and find its way into shallow left field for a base hit. Leadoff hit for Celia Olson. Swing and a miss for strike one. The 0-1. Outside. No, it catches the strike zone. Great job by Abby Doyle. Holds the runner at first, too. And that is a called strike 3. Corhealy Doherty strikes out. Marissa Biba comes up to the plate. Biba's 1 for 2. And that is a strike. The 0-1 misses high for ball 1. Erin Adrian is now over 100 pitches on the game. She's at 101. And solid contact made, and that will drop for a base hit in left field. Two hits for Highland in the bottom of the 7th. And that brings the tying run to the plate. Two on with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Hillary Hine at the plate, swings and misses. Tried to chase that one. Count is 0-1. Emily Laufenberg on deck for Highland. The 0-1. That one finds the strike zone. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Seventh strikeout for Erin Adrian. And Highland down to its last out. Emily Laufenberg trying to keep the game alive for the Cardinals. Pitch misses low for ball 1. Emily Laufenberg grounded out 6-3 in the 3rd, 1-3 in the 5th. Adrian with the 1-0. That finds the strike zone to make the count 1-1. Celia Olson, the runner at second for Highland. Marissa Biba, the runner at first. Laufenberg at the plate represents the tying run. Samiran Halverson represents the go-ahead run in the on-deck circle, and this pitch is fouled off over the backstop to make the count 1-2. Cardinals down to their last strike. The 1-2. Inside. Laufenberg had to back away from it. The 2-2. Solid contact made, and it will find its way into left field. Olsen rounding third. The throw home. And a rundown, and Celia Olsen will be tagged out for the final out of the game. Your final score, River Ridge 4, Highland 1. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. And 2 left on base. River Ridge gets the win. It's the 3rd straight victory for the River Ridge Timberwolves. They will be at home tomorrow hosting Judah Albany. And the Highland Cardinals will head to Barneveld for a doubleheader with the Barneveld Golden Eagles. River Ridge gets 4 runs on 6 hits with 2 errors. Highland 1 run on 4 hits with 2 errors. The player of the game is Erin Adrian. She was 2 for 4 on the game in the batter's box. And in 7 innings of work, allowed 1 run. Allowed 1 run on 4 hits. Only walked 1 batter and struck out 7. So River Ridge gets the win, 4-1 over the Highland Cardinals, and that'll wrap up our broadcast here from Highland High School. Thanks so much to Lynn Mitchick and the entire staff here at Highland for being gracious hosts as always. Thanks to Coach Wade Winkers and Tim Kacharik for the lineups, stats, and information to tell you the stories about both teams here tonight. Thanks to all of our sponsors who help us bring high school sports to you, and thank you for watching along. This has been High School Softball on Driftless Sports Network. Tune in tomorrow for high school baseball as we have River Ridge taking on the Seneca Royals. From behind home plate, I'm Tyler Dictanis. Thanks again so much for joining us. Good night from Highland High School, and we'll see you tomorrow for high school baseball. Good night, everyone.